So we have Wendy and Keith in with us from the Lions Club, and they are back in. They were in a little bit earlier this week chatting about the event they have on the 16th, which is the 80th anniversary celebration of the Lions. They've been around since 1939. And there'll be Lions clubs from all over southern Alberta coming out for the celebration.
So far, there's 24 different clubs coming.
That's going to be a party. I hear Lions are quite the partiers.
Well, some are.
If you could see the smile on Keith's face right now, you'd be like, oh, he's looking forward to it.
Yeah.
He's going to cut a rug, I think. So we wanted to bring you guys back in to kind of chat. Wendy's now going, no, he's not, having a little giggle. This is a good crew. You guys got to come out to the party. Just hang out with these two. We're having a good time. So we just wanted to talk a little bit first about the purposes and the ethics behind the Lions. So there is obviously a list of them, but what are some of the international purposes that you guys focus on?
Lions' international purposes, some of those are to create and foster a spirit of understanding among the peoples of the world, to take an active interest in the civic, cultural, social, and moral welfare of the community, to encourage service-minded people to serve their community without personal financial reward, and to encourage efficiency and promote high ethical standards in commerce, industry, professions, public works, and private endeavors.
And then they also have a code of ethics, if you do become a Lions member, that they have in their book. And what are some of the ethics that you focus on?
To show my faith in the worthiness of my vocation by industrious application to the end that I may merit a reputation for quality of service. To hold friendship as an end, not as a means. To hold that true friendship exists not on account of the service performed by one to another, but that true friendship demands nothing but accepts service in the spirit in which it was given. It is given, To aid others by giving my sympathy to those in distress, my aid to the weak, and my substance to the needy. And just a note is the International Lions is the largest service club in the world.
And so when you guys have been going for 80 years, has the Lions as a whole around the world been for 80 years?
It's had its 100th anniversary last year.
So they've been around for 100 years internationally and 80 years here in Strathmore. And Wendy had told us the other day that 15 members were initially a part of the Lions, and it was 50 cents to attend that event. And so it's come a long way. 50 cents was a lot of money back then. So when you decided to join the Lions Club, because it is a Lions Club that does have men and women members, which isn't a common thing, but hopefully becomes more because you got all these clubs, you might as well marry them together and join them and use that to your advantage. So why did you decide to join the Lions as opposed to another service club, Wendy?
So I actually I came in to do a pitch on an organization I was working with. And when I went to do my pitch, I just immediately felt welcome. And I just liked the people and their values, and I found a really good alignment there. And I really held true to their supporting through vision, right? So eyeglass recycling, the guide dogs being an eyeglass wearer myself, and family members who have been not so fortunate with vision. To me, it was a big value alignment. But I also like the idea of just giving back to the community. I was new to Strathmore. I knew nobody or very few people when I moved here. So I used that as an opportunity just to meet people and to get out into the community and make a difference. And actually, through all of this, I did not like public speaking. Did not. You couldn't put me in front of there and actually talk to people. And now I am so comfortable at doing it. So to me, that it's not just giving back to the community, but it's also helped me in different ways of being a leader throughout my community. So to me, that's been a really nice positive reinforcement back. Not that you ever think to get anything back, but that was a nice reward. But just generally, it was all about the people and the projects that we support. So.
And you were saying with the guide dog project, Keith, you had mentioned there were 7 different types of dogs that they support. So it's not just a guide dog for if you have vision issues, but what other support do they offer?
Okay, so there's, vision, hearing, service, seizure response, autism assistance, and diabetic alert. So those dogs are all trained. It costs $25,000 to train a dog.
Just one dog? One dog.
And then it's given to the person it's been trained for at no cost, of course.
Wow.
So all that cost is all done by donations from clubs, individuals,
They do support Canada-wide through Guide Dogs
I'm
Canada.
not sure about other countries.
But Canada is the one that they have focus. That is their focus is on the guide dogs.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Yeah, you see a lot of the service dogs around, and you just, I want to love them so much, but you're not allowed, and I know that. But the what they do is remarkable. What they can do is unbelievable.
I believe there was 225 or 50 trained last year. 60 came to Alberta.
That's a lot of dogs.
And there are some close to home.
No, that's wonderful. Yeah, that you're able to give back, and you can kind of see where that's going within your own province even too, which is kind of nice and a little bit closer, like you say. And if you wanted to become a member, what's that kind of a commitment look like for somebody?
It's really what you want to put into it, but we accept almost anyone who wants to come. We expect you to come to a few meetings and volunteer for some of the projects we do, and join in the meetings. Don't be afraid of speaking up, giving your opinion at the meetings about a topic or project.
And you were saying you kind of found a lot of fellowship as well within the organization, which is, for people that may be new to town and things like that, it's a great way, like you say, to get out and meet people and kind of see what the community is doing and what you can do to give a little bit back if you've got some time.
Right.
A lot of people don't have, they have families and things like that, but so you're not asking for a huge commitment.
Right. And I think we have a really nice diverse age range of projects for people to be involved in. So we have youth initiatives, right, starting at grade 1 through our Project Pride, which is the Canada flag. So we teach the pride in our grade 1 youth students to be proud of the country we live in. So they all are presented with a flag at a grade 1 level every year. And we do that in all the schools in Strathmore. So that's really exciting. And then we also work with the Peace Poster competition, which is an international competition. We get anywhere from, say, 4 to 7 schools that participate every year in that competition, just depending on how the age groups work. And those are for students aged 11 to 13. So that's a really nice way for them to show through visual representation their rendition of peace and how they like to see change. So there's those kind of projects for younger people. If your focus is more on seniors, we do lots of different activities and events surrounding that. And then there's just community-based initiatives, so infrastructure capital projects that we need many hands, make light work, and charity fundraisers, the Heritage Days booth, lots of ways to get involved.
Well, like you say, the simple thing is just like putting up the lights for the celebration of lights and taking down the lights and those kinds of things that people don't really see the behind-the-scenes event happening, but it has to take place and somehow it has to get put up, and just having someone there to make it open every evening. It's all volunteer based.
That's right.
So it's nicer. It'd be nicer to have a little bit of a bigger pool to choose from. So
Absolutely.
So if somebody wanted to get involved, like we had said before, but just to reiterate, they can get in touch with the Lions or any Lions member and kind of join up if they'd like to, and then just attend a meeting and see how they like it.
That's right. Our meetings are supper meetings, so we welcome you to come and have supper with us.
Great.
Get to know the people. You don't have to commit right away. Come and see if this is an organization you want to be involved in. So we can highly encourage that.
And those meetings happen on the first and third Thursday of every month over at the Civic Center.
Right.
And what time do those meetings happen?
6:45 is when we start. Yeah.
So if you're new in town, come and see us. This is the reason Wendy and I both joined. I was new in town and I wanted to meet somebody other than work people. And I just have to reiterate what Wendy said. At the meeting, it was fun. I was accepted. I, too, was very shy about public speaking, and now Lions has helped me to come out of that.
They've sent the 2 shyest people as the spokespeople today.
I know.
And you're doing wonderful.
Thank you.
You're doing fantastic. But the Lions also get involved, like you said, with the Peace Poster Project in school, with the flags in school, but you have a scholarship program as well. So what's the scholarship program that you do?
We have a grade 12 scholarship for high school and for Holy Cross Collegiate of $1,000 each. And we also have a Gordon Presky Citizenship Award for grade 11 and grade 12. So the grade 11 is $400 and the grade 12 is $600. And we also support students going with junior high to Eastern Canada.
So trying to give back, like you say, you want to make sure that everyone does have, kind of feels the effect of the Lions, because you do give to so many different organizations. You also help with the organizations around town. So the Crisis Shelter is one, Christmas Hamper, Food Bank. And you guys do something at the Grey Cup that sounds like it could be kind of fun to get involved in. So what do you do when the Grey Cup comes around?
Well, we have Grey Cup pool tickets to sell $1 a ticket, and each ticket, of course, has a score on it. Depending on the score, there's 5 prizes: first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, final score, and reverse score. The winning prize is $500, and I think the others might be $100 each.
Mm-hmm.
We will call the winner on the day of the game.
And then the rest of that does go right back into the community. So the Lions aren't getting anything from that. It's just something they're doing for organizations.
No. So they total, after the prize money is paid out, there's about $2,100 left. So that gets split 3 ways between the food bank, the crisis center, and the Christmas hamper.
Which is a good time of year for that to seems to be a lot of people in need around that time of year. So that's really wonderful. You're able to give back. So it is an organization that if you want to get involved in, it's not just, getting involved to kind of hang out in the background. You're going to be in the community. You're going to be supporting other organizations and events. And that's what Strathmore, I think, the foundation of our community is.
Absolutely, yes.
You also have an auction, Wendy, that you guys do every year in order to support, like you say, whether it's a capital project or smaller projects. And so what is that about?
So this is our 33rd Strathmore Lions Community Social and Auction, and it's coming up on April 6th, and it will be at the Civic Center. And this is that opportunity where we go throughout the organizations in the community to acquire donations into the auction or cash contributions to buy auction items in. And there's also a dinner provided, and we're looking at some entertainment this year to complement with that. So that is a great way. We usually raise between $40,000 and $50,000 every year, sometimes higher. But that's kind of been the static number here for the last several years that I've been involved. So again, all those monies go right back into the community through smaller projects or capital projects. So it's really needed. It's really supported. We get about 300 and 350 people at that auction every year.
Wow.
So it's really well attended, and we're so appreciative for the support in the community for it. And it will be dinner prepared again by our Strathmore's own Tim Drover there at the high school, and it's all locally sourced. So again, we want to source the products here and support other local businesses.
And if somebody wanted to get involved, whether it was donating, an item or a monetary donation, how can they do that?
So they can do 2 things. These letters will be going throughout the community, so you can contact that chairperson or that canvasser that's going throughout the community. So those letters are coming. You can message me on Facebook. That's one way to get a hold of us, or you can go to our website for our contact information, and you can get a hold of either the club president or just through our general email and get in touch with us that way. But Dan Specht is our contact for that line auction this year.
And so was there anything else you guys wanted to add in today that we've maybe missed?
We do send exchange students every year. We're one of the few clubs that's done it for, I think, 40 years. So we have a budget for that. It's $1,500 plus the $350 fee for other things, district stuff. So it's $1,850 per student, and we send 5 students every year.
And where have you sent them in the past?
Australia, even last year, one. Turkey, Italy, Denmark. It's pretty well anywhere that they want to go.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I didn't realize you did that as well, as scholarships and kind of everything else on top of that. So there's definitely a wonderful way to get involved in your community and be a part of something where you can give a little bit back. But you can also work, like you said, with your commitment because, Keith, you had mentioned that as much as the Lions Club is important, family would be and is always first.
That's correct, yes. We don't expect anyone to neglect the family to do Lions projects.
No, that's wonderful. Because a lot of times people get involved and they just think there's so much of a commitment that they can't get involved and they don't try. So to know that it's definitely wanting to work with the families and work with people and involve where they can is a nice appealing side, I think, to being involved. So
it is. And I'm testament to that because the last 3 years I had to step back a little bit. I still did my projects, but I was working on my business diploma. So I did not have the extra time to commit on top of working full-time, raising 2 kids, sports, and going to school pretty much full-time for the last 2 years. So it was great. They recognized I couldn't make the meetings, but I still took on my projects and held true to those commitments. So very supportive.
No, that's wonderful. That's a lot. My goodness. Kids, families, school, work. Holy smokes.
It's like grown-up stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
I get up for work and I'm like, oh, it's like 1. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go home. I'm done for the day. See ya. And then I walk my dog and all's right in the world.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have the adult life yet. I don't want one. I like mine the way it is. I still like pretending I'm a teenager.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah, I like that. We were talking about that yesterday with my mom. She's like, you're 38 going on 12 some days. I was like, I'm fine with that. It's okay. But yeah, and did you have anything else, Keith, you wanted to share?
Well, there's a couple of things in the history here that I thought was relevant. 1975, Lions Club bought an ambulance for the town. 1977, they donated life packs to the ambulance. Replaced the filter at the pool. The pool has always been in ongoing stuff for us. And held blood donor clinics back then. 1982, bought a new piano for the community center. We also do a highway cleanup. This started in 94. We clean up a 3-mile section, both sides of the highway west of town here. Mm-hmm. So we usually do that in September.
Yeah, I think people still chuck stuff out their window.
Yes, they do.
And the highway cleanup still has to be done. Kind of makes me go, what? Like, are you sure? Because there's garbage cans everywhere.
I know. It's an interesting experience on highway cleanup.
Mind-boggling.
Tim Hortons coffee cups.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably those, and yeah.
I would swear there's some of those on the top of Mount Everest.
I don't think I'm going to climb up to find out, but I'm going to take your word for that. I think that's something, yeah.
Now, another point of interest, if some people may not know this, but Stars Air Ambulance was started by the Lions Clubs of Alberta.
Really?
Really?
That I did not know.
Yes,
They
it's
get my
true.
money every year, and I get Band-Aids. It's a good trade.
Well, there you go.
I haven't bought actual Band-Aids in like 10 years. I just
But you bought theirs.
Yeah, I'm like, here's all of my money. I need more Band-Aids, please. I did not know that.
That would have been in 1994.
Wow.
Yes.
See, the more you know, right? Learn something new every day.
Yeah, so lots of great things. When you become a Lions member, these are the things you're supporting.
These are the things you get to be a part of.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So come and join us on the first and third Thursdays of each month.
Absolutely.
And we feed you a great supper.
There you go. See, you get to meet some new people and have dinner. You don't have to cook your own supper, and you get to make some friends.
That's right.
I mean, it's basically...
Can't get any better.
Exactly. It's just like being a kid again. Just walk in and say, I like you. You're a nice human. Let's be friends and have some dinner.
That's right.
Well, thank you very much for coming in and chatting with us. And your event, again, like we say, is on the 16th. There's still tickets available for that. And then the auction will be happening on April 6th. If you look to get involved, you can contact them on their Facebook page, and they will definitely let you know what it's all about.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
You betcha. Thanks.